They are doing some serious land grabs right now, and it's getting ugly. So when you're auctioning off people's land, and Colin, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that this was done in Englewood, New Jersey. Is that where this is taking place?
Let me double check, actually. Give me one sec.
Well, let's pull it up so you guys get an idea of what was going on today.
Go to Bay Ridge. Go to Bay Ridge. Go to Bay Ridge.
I said someone get the fuck out of here.
Go to Bay Ridge.
Get off the street now.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I can stop you if I want. If I want to, I can stop you. If I want to, I can stop you. You're gonna hit the woman. You're gonna hit the woman. Come on, man. Come on.
That's one. There's more. It looked like New York. Don't want to prejudge, but it looked like New York. What I find most interesting about the Hasidics, even though they are the most devout Jews in the world, they are now being physically assaulted by the Zionists, and the NYPD are just standing there doing nothing. They have grounds to arrest. They do nothing. Do you know why? Because they're told not to do anything. That's the thing about certain law enforcement. And this is Prospect Park in Brooklyn. One of the biggest Jewish populations, maybe the biggest. Borough Park's another one. But yeah, you see, these men, they stand with Palestine. They don't stand with Israel. That's the thing. And it's driving them insane that the real Jews do not support the genocide and do not support this activity. But my God, talk about brazen behavior.
Palestine! Käufer, Stapler, Käufer!
You smell the virus striche Hamadi.
Bay Ridge.
Yeah, you're so scared. Where the bottle was?
No, why is that getting a ticket? No, it's not legal. Where's the bomb? My boy, I fucked your mom. I fucked all your moms.
Go back to Bay Ridge.
He wouldn't know how to fuck his way out of a paper bag if he tried with that scrawny-ass bitch body of his. Boy, they really talk a lot of shit for somebody who has never properly gotten their ass kicked. Holy shit. And they're all so tough when they have everyone around. You see where I come from. In my culture, you got shit to deal with, you handle it yourself. You don't roll 10 deep. Certain cultures are different than others, but this is bad. They're all tough because they got all their friends around them. But let me assure you, if they were alone, they wouldn't say anything because they're fucking cowards. Every last one of them. They have money and power, and they buy off the powers that be, such as law enforcement, to protect them. So they can act like this. Break the law, get in that man's face. Oh, he's real tough. Let me tell you, that big brutish guy who walked over there, he's real tough with a guy who's less than half his size. But let's see how tough he is with somebody that's his size. And there isn't law enforcement around him to protect him. We'll see just how tough he is. And when you don't have a weapon, then we'll really see how tough you are. Fuck Zionists. I said it. You can record it, and if I ever run for political office, you'll have it on audio, and I'll say it again. Fuck Zionists!
Watch,
I was inside all your moms, bro. Ask them. They know me.
You want to know how you know that these people are bigots more than anything else? Full stop. They don't want to associate with anybody who's not them. They only want their own. It's that simple. We got one more clip.
My uncle's a lawyer. Listen, better not be on news. ABC News, any other.
My uncle's a lawyer with the Mossad. You see what I mean? They've got beer muscles is what they've got. They're really, really tough because they think they're untouchable. Yes, their bigotry oozes out of their pores like nobody's business. But holy shit. It's... And now they're more emboldened than ever considering the actions that are going on over there. It's incredible.
There's no such thing as Palestine! There's no such thing as Palestine!
And that is what they are taught. That is what they are taught. That is what they preach. They will always preach it. And that is why anyone who says that they are lying regarding Palestine, the Zionists are taught there is no such thing. Just as Jen has talked about many times before.
I'm gonna buy land in Gaza! I'm gonna buy beachfront property in Rafah! What happened to Rafah? No more! No more Rafah! No more Gaza! No more Rafah! No more Gaza!
Thank you.
What are we doing? What are we doing? No.
The only person I sympathize with, only one, is this kid. What does she know? She's brought up in a household with this psychopath on her right that is her mother, teaching her this, teaching her to hate, and teaching her that her people are superior and that Palestinians aren't worth shit. Oh, excuse me, Palestinians don't even exist. They're just Arabs. Arabs aren't shit. Us Israelis, we're perfect. And this scumbag, I certainly hope. You know, the problem is that there isn't enough consequences for people like this. They never feel the wrath that they need to feel. They are never exposed the way that they should be, like economically. If he has a job, and people should know that he's a genocidal maniac. Bye-bye Rafah, bye-bye Gaza, basically saying kill them all. That is what he's saying. And that's what they believe. That's why they fight so hard. But the problem is that a lot of these people here, these people are very wealthy. They may not look it, but trust me, they have a lot of money and they have a lot of power and they use it for their apartheid state. That's what they do. And we have a lot of people in very high places in government that protect them because there is a Christian Zionist contingent in this country led by the likes of Pat Robertson and Joel Osteen that allow them to do this. It's sick. It's absolutely sick.
You're
never gonna be a country to skip up. This is the only flag you will go to Gaza and just blow up already.
What they are effectively doing is isolating themselves from the rest of the world. And whether they know that now or will eventually figure it out, the thing that is not being talked about is that Israel is suffering in very large capacities now economically. And this is eventually going to come and get these people as well. And when you start to suffer economically, because again, not trying to be stereotypical, but this is a cultural appropriation within certain communities. Money and power matters a lot. It matters to everybody, but it matters a lot to the Zionist people. It just does. Now, if they start to get affected economically as a result of their support for this, oh, it'll change fast. Now, I don't think it's going to change. I think they really are so psychopathically indoctrinated that they're not capable of changing. This is the end of a genocidal movement that is eventually going to have its day of reckoning. It's going to happen. But like I said, these people that you see here in this part of Brooklyn, they live a very isolated life. They have their own food, their own stores, customs. It's kind of like the Amish in some respects. They want their own thing, but they want to control everything. That's also part of it too. And you can hear by the way that they talk about Palestinian people. They talk about them like they're not human. So, the Zionist project is absolutely ridiculous. I do not care for Jake Shields. I do not care for bigot Fuentes. You know, Nick Fuentes is no different than any of those little bitch boy kids running around claiming that, oh, my uncle's in the IDF, you better be careful, or the Mossad, you better be careful. There is no difference here. Nick Fuentes is a total opportunist. He's also an incel, from what I can tell. Maybe he's gay. Who knows? Who cares? Some people get platforms and they shouldn't have them. They're not doing anything to really help. Do I think that he gives a damn about the Palestinian people? No, I think he's just bought into this idea that politically it makes sense to have a very strong anti-war streak because it is a waste of money, and it certainly is. But I've heard enough from Nick Fuentes to know I would never trust him. I saw what AOC said on social media. I don't listen. She likes to play into all that stuff. I'm not into that. But I understand this is her style, and that's what she's going to do.